Hello you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I am in my second trimester now. Today is January 8th and I am 15 weeks and 2 days pregnant. So about a week or so into my second trimester. So I actually today just posted my first trimester recap. In that video I really wanted to share with you guys like pregnancy symptoms, going through the first ultrasound and some of those things. Hopefully in this trimester there aren't as many symptoms. So I envision this video being a little bit more like interactive vlog style where I take you through my 20-week ultrasound appointment. I thought it would be fun to show you guys a workout or like how I'm staying active in the second trimester, foods I'm eating, and I don't know, anything else that comes up this trimester. We already know the gender, so I actually posted that in my first trimester recap video, so if you missed it, go check out that video. And I don't even think I'm going to be putting together the nursery yet this trimester. I'm going to start maybe collecting and purchasing stuff, but this room that I'm talking to you guys in is going to be the nursery, and we're having a people visit for the baby shower, which isn't going to be until April in my third trimester. So I actually want to keep this room like up with a bed in it until the baby shower, just to give like people visiting more space to stay. So honestly, this video might be a little bit shorter. I did want to just, you know, share some symptoms, things I'm going through, any ultrasounds or updates or anything else that happens. And yeah, that'll basically be it. Hopefully, you know, everyone says second trimester is the best trimester. It's easier. So fingers crossed that it is. But just to give you guys a quick update on symptoms, I feel like I've kind of struggled to find videos of people talking about their second trimester symptoms, and it makes sense because most people's symptoms have like dissipated by now. So I am, like I said, just past 15 weeks, and I would say for a lot of the symptoms that I had in the first trimester, like I was super nauseous. I have not really had pretty much any nausea for the last maybe like week. I was having some nausea here and there still during like week 14, but honestly since I hit week 15 I feel like I've had absolutely zero nausea. I am still having some fatigue, not anywhere near as bad as it was in the first trimester though, more just like I want to go to bed early and I could sleep a long time at night. But in the first trimester I was doing that, plus I was absolutely having to take naps during the day. So I'm still a little bit tired, but it's a lot better than it was. The frequent urination has gone down a little bit, which is good. The acne is starting to clear up, thank God. Like I was having really bad acne on my chin, and I'm really glad that that's starting to clear up as my hormones have stabilized a little bit. The one thing that I have been having is round ligament pain. This was something I thought I was having cramps, and I brought it up to my doctor appointment on my 14-week appointment, and he told me about round ligament pain, which is basically a ligament that connects from your uterus down to like your groin area, and it becomes very stretched out during pregnancy, and basically that can be painful. So I'm having some of that, which kind of sucks, but nothing I can't handle. Honestly, I just feel like in general things are stabilizing. I haven't yet had any crazy like food cravings or aversions. I've heard people say that it gets like more intense in the second trimester, but yeah, so far things are just like chill, which is amazing. Did get a cold right at the end of the first trimester, which kind of has sucked. Can't really take much for medicine, so I've been managing my way through that. Some tips and tricks if anybody else gets sick during pregnancy is have hot water with lemon. That's really nice. That's been really helpful. I do like a base steam mask a lot to clear up the congestion. Doing Vicks on my neck and chest has helped a lot, and just trying to get sleep. Oh, and then the nasal strip, those have really helped breathing at night to get good sleep. So I'm just doing as many natural things as I can to get through this cold, but it does suck. Other than that, I would say the biggest thing has been my anxiety has been really high, which has sucked. I had my, like I said, 14-week appointment. That was like a week and a half ago now, and I don't have another appointment again until the end of January. It's just really hard having like a whole month between appointments personally when you already are a person with anxiety. I don't know if the baby's growing. I don't know if, you know, she still has a heartbeat and stuff. I don't really have much of a bump yet, so it's like, am I even growing? Is she in there still? Like, is everything going okay? I haven't felt her move yet, so it's just like I'm just kind of like hoping that everything's good. So I would say this anxiety is really hard. I was talking to my sister-in-law about it. She just had her baby in December, and she was like, I just try to remember that I can't dwell on things that I don't know. And you know, for me, I'm just trying to focus on, let's just assume everything is good, and you know, manifest that. I like to tell myself like out loud. Sometimes I'll be in the shower and I'll be like, I have a healthy baby growing inside of me, and just try to like vocalize it and believe it and let go of, you know, the negativity and the doubts and fears. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm super excited to start feeling baby girl move, but I haven't felt her at all yet. Like I said, I am only 15 weeks and this is my first pregnancy, so it's normal. I've heard you may not feel them move until like 20 weeks, so I may still have a while. But that's basically it, and cheers to that, guys. There you guys, we're at 15 weeks and 4 days, I believe. So I'm actually about to go to urgent care again. I feel like I saw some spotting just like an hour ago and called the doctor, obviously, and they're basically asking about other symptoms like cramping. I don't have any cramping, but I have been having that like round ligament pain, which I'm like, is that cramping or is it the round ligament pain? I don't know. So anyways, nurse that I spoke to on the phone was kind of like, probably nothing, but you know, if you want some peace of mind, just go into urgent care. So I'm going into urgent care again today. It sucks because obviously anything that even slightly resembles spotting is scary to me. I'm part of the What to Expect community on whatever, you can sign up for it when you sign up for like their app or whatever, and it's like a forum where people talk about it. And I remember people on there just talking about like, if you're nervous or anxious or whatever and you have something that you're worried about, there's nothing wrong with going into urgent care, like, or the hospital emergency room. Like, that's what those people are there for. They would rather you come in and have it be nothing than have you not come in and have something bad happen. So I'm just gonna go in and hopefully it's nothing and can just maybe get some peace of mind. But yeah, that's the update. It's just scary being pregnant sometimes. All right guys, checking in after my urgent care visit yesterday. Basically, first off, baby looks good. She's growing. Heart rate is strong. It's my body, you guys. Like, if you watched my first trimester vlog, I ended up going to urgent care once then as well. I was around 10 weeks because I was having some spotting and I had a subchorionic hematoma, which is like a blood blister on your uterus. That has resolved. It's gone away, so no worries there. But basically, like, at urgent care, they determined that I have a placenta previa, and to be honest with you guys, I haven't done any Googling on it because the doctor was literally like, if you Google it, it'll probably freak you out. You'll probably panic, so don't Google it. So I'm just not gonna Google it. I'm gonna go based off what the doctor said. Basically, your placenta is supposed to grow kind of on the top of your uterus or maybe on the side. Either way is kind of fine. Mine is kind of growing on the bottom, which becomes a problem if the baby's trying to exit later on, obviously. The good news is that I am still early-ish in my pregnancy, so my uterus is still growing a lot and my placenta could still move out of the way. She kind of described it as like a balloon, and if you draw like a little dot on the bottom of the balloon while it's deflated and then you blow it up, like, it's probably going to move up to the kind of the side of the balloon. So best case scenario is that that's what happens. My placenta kind of moves out of the way until my next ultrasound, which is at 20 weeks. I'm basically like on bed rest, not super strict where like I can't get out of bed at all, but I can't do any sort of exercise. I can't lift more than 15 pounds. I can't like disrupt my cervix in any way. Chris and I obviously can't do any sort of fun activities, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm basically for the next like 5 weeks until my 20-week ultrasound have to take it super easy. It's frustrating, but it's like not the end of the world. I can relax, I can chill, I can read. I'm just bummed, frustrated with my body. Glad that, you know, the baby is doing good, but I've said it before, pregnancy is hard and scary. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on. So there probably won't be very many updates. Hopefully not very many updates from now till my 20-week appointment. Red flags would be like if I have extreme cramping or extreme bleeding, then I would be like heading to the emergency room. So prayers that that doesn't happen. Prayers that if I take it easy as I plan to, that everything goes smoothly over these next 5 weeks. All right, you guys, let's sit down and catch up. I think last time we checked in on my pregnancy life and situation, I was like 15 or 16 weeks, I'm pretty sure. So we have a lot to catch up on. Let's sit down. All right, so today is February 15th and I am 20 weeks and 5 days, so almost 21 weeks pregnant. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the last time I updated you guys, I was like 15, 16 weeks because I had the urgent care thing and spotting and found that I had placenta previa. So hopefully I explained all of that in the last clip. It's literally been so long that I don't remember what I recorded. I've been on like a modified bed rest where I can't do very much activities. I can go on some light walks outside and that's about it. I am on pelvic rest, if you know what that means. I have not been able to work out and all of that. I really envisioned like my second trimester going so differently. First trimester was a little tough because I was super nauseous. I was super exhausted. I started getting my energy back. I went to the gym like 2 times and then I had the spotting. And so I honestly just feel like during this pregnancy, my body is like, you know what? We're not working out right now. We're just like growing a child. And that's what it wants me to focus on. And so that's fine. That can be my focus. I don't need to be going to the gym, but it would be nice to know if I could do a little bit more around the house or like walking low-key or things like that, like walking the dogs without having to worry as much about it. But that all being said, so I do have my 20-week ultrasound today, so that's why we're catching up today. This is like the full anatomy scan, and so I do believe that it's a pretty long ultrasound. They check like every vital organ from kidneys to lungs to brain to heart to genitals, figuring out the sex of the baby, which we already know, and all of all the things in between. And then they also check like my body as far as the placenta position there. They check how big the baby is, how they're growing, and just like tons and tons of stuff. And then I think they also check like the amount of amniotic fluid that I have. So it's like a very big scan where they check for literally everything. And if everything looks good, everything goes smoothly, then that will be my last ultrasound for the rest of my pregnancy. I know it is pretty common though. Like I've heard that a lot of people have to come back for another scan at like 24 weeks or 26 weeks or something like that, just because maybe the baby was in a weird position, or maybe they were moving too much, or just different things. So I'm hoping, you know, it goes really well. And I'm also like very anxious to hear what they say about placenta, where that's at. These last 5 weeks have been so freaking long. They've been so hard mentally for me for a lot of reasons. For one, being a very active person, like a lot of times the way that I reduce my anxiety, reduce my stress is by going for a walk outside, going to the gym, running, doing things like that. I can't do any of those things. I can, you know, go sit outside, or I can go for a short walk, but I have to go really slow, and it's just kind of not the same. So for the first couple weeks, I was literally just like doing puzzles, and it's also winter, and even though it's sunny here in Vegas, it's like still cold outside. And so it was just a kind of tough 5 weeks mentally. I can't believe we're finally here at this appointment. I'm gonna be emotional about it because, like I said, this last like month or so has been really, really hard for me. So yeah, at this point, I'm just really anxious for the appointment. It's like 1 o'clock now, so we're gonna leave a little after 2. The appointment's at 2:45, and it's like 15 minutes away, so we'll probably leave at like 2:15. And yeah, but just to kind of give you guys an update on like symptoms, how I'm doing there. I've recently started to get like lower back pain. I am showing a bit now, so I'll overlay on the screen a little bump date for you guys. I feel like I haven't grown too much in the last week or so, but yeah, my bump is starting to show. It's starting to be there, which is really exciting and happy. I've also started to feel her kick a little bit here and there. It has not been consistent. I know it's different for a lot of people as far as like when they start to feel kicks, what it feels like, and like how consistent it is, but I think just being like first time mom and all of that, like I just haven't felt it a ton yet. And I've heard that that's normal, but I'm definitely gonna ask about that. For me, it's been like little like sort of like almost like gas bubbles in my stomach is what it feels like. It's been really exciting to kind of start to feel that. It definitely feels like something is in there, something is moving and kicking. So that's been really exciting. That's a big positive that I've had over the last like week or so. I feel like there's not much else. I've just been kind of anxious for this appointment and hearing how the baby's doing, and just really hoping and praying for good news. So I'll take you guys along with me on to this doctor's appointment. This was a long recap of the last couple of weeks, but I know I didn't do a weekly update like I did in the first trimester recap video, just because I haven't been having that many symptoms, so it's kind of just like no updates basically. So yeah, I'm gonna take you guys along with me to my ultrasound today and let you know how it goes, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we get all good news. Are you guys back home now, as you can tell? So Chris actually got in trouble for recording during the ultrasound, so he had to stop. I don't know how much he really got, but just to give you guys a quick update, recap, etc. Basically, everything looked really good. Baby, she's weighing 12 ounces right now, and out of breath. Hang on. She's weighing 12 ounces, which is just like perfectly on track for where she's at. So that's really good news. And all of her organs and everything looked good. The only thing was they couldn't really get a good view of her heart. She was just in kind of an awkward position. We saw like her heart, and they got a good read on her heartbeat, but they couldn't do like a really deep examination on her heart. So they are gonna have us back to recheck the heart. I mean, nothing looked wrong with it. They just didn't get a good view of it. And then of course they checked the placenta position, which is really exciting. They said that basically now I have like a low-lying, what's called a low-lying placenta instead of placenta previa. So basically this means that my placenta is close, pretty close to the cervix, closer than they would like. But again, as I mentioned, like, hi Loki, come here, come on up. As I talked about with like the placenta previa stuff, the placenta kind of moves as the uterus grows. So therefore like it should continue to move away from the cervix. She said that even like where it's at right now, I think she said it's like 1.6 centimeters away from the cervix, and they want it like 2 centimeters. So it's pretty close to being like out of the way. So all good news, all positive things. And I'm just like really happy. She basically said that to not really worry about it at all anymore. I can kind of go about my normal activities, but it sounds like everything is good. All positive news. Baby's looking good. My body is cooperating, so I'm really happy with that. And yeah, we're gonna go back in 6 weeks for another ultrasound just to check on the placenta position again, try and get a better view of the heart, and that's basically it. So I'm very happy with how the appointment went. It was really good to see baby girl again. She was not being very cooperative, not moving around the way that the ultrasound tech wanted. You know, stubbornness runs in my family, so we may have a stubborn girly on our hands. But yeah, that's the update. I'm really happy with how the appointment went, and hopefully can have a much smoother kind of second half to my pregnancy. Fingers crossed. All right, just checking in with you guys real quick. We are at the end of week 24. Tomorrow is week 25. It's Friday. I just got done with my glucose test and my 24-week check-in, so everything is looking good with me and the baby. Blood pressure looks good. My amount of weight gained looks good. All my symptoms are relatively normal, so quickly just wanted to share some of my symptoms as of lately. Last like couple weeks I've been getting bloody noses, which I was not expecting that. That is really cool, so just gonna be making sure that I'm staying hydrated, keeping my nasal passages open and stuff like that. She said I could use like a humidifier for that, which we have one, so I will be using that at nighttime. Also been having a lot of back pain this week and some cramping here and there. Nothing consistent though, nothing contraction-like, so we're all good on that. Still having some rib pain, which she said I could potentially be related to like heartburn, so just be taking Tums for whenever I have heartburn. And that's basically it. So then we did the glucose test and it was actually not that bad. I was expecting it to be way worse than it was. It is literally a bottle like this big, like a mini water bottle size, and it is very sweet. I thought it tasted like Sprite, but like flat Sprite, so just like no carbonation, and I literally drank it in like 2 minutes. Like it was so easy to drink, and then you just have to wait an hour. So I mean, that part kind of sucks, but I just brought my AirPods and listened to my book on audio and hung out for an hour. So yeah, otherwise I don't really have much to report from like a symptoms perspective. I feel like overall I'm doing pretty good, knock on wood, but we are really nearing the end of my second trimester now. So like I said, I'm at the end of week 24, so I basically have 2 or 3 more weeks of this trimester. So yeah, in 2 weeks from today I do have that final ultrasound. I don't technically know if first trimester ends at like 26 weeks, 27 weeks, 28 weeks, whatever. From my perspective, each trimester should be like exactly 13 weeks, essentially, because at 39 weeks, you're considered like full term. So that would be 13 weeks, 13 weeks, 13 weeks. And that would mean 26 weeks would be the end of the first trimester, but I think a lot of the books say it's like 28 weeks. So anyways, I'm basically towards the end of my second trimester. I do have that final ultrasound just to check how the placenta and my uterus is growing and stuff like that. I'm excited to be at the like 32 week mark when we're really like nearing the end, but we're starting to put together in the nursery. This is gonna be like an accent wall, so I'm gonna do a separate vlog on like us putting together the nurseries, doing this accent wall and all of that. So if you guys are curious about nursery stuff and how we're decorating it and everything, make sure you stay tuned for that video. It'll be coming out sometime after this one, I assume. But those are all my updates right now. Chugging along right now, and hopefully things continue to go smoothly. Hello friends, welcome back. I don't know why I'm saying welcome back. We are at the end of my second trimester vlog, recap, whatever. So I'm gonna set you down and we're gonna catch up, chit chat about everything that's been happening since my last update and just like wrap this video up real quick. All right, so we are at the end of week 26. I'm 26 and 6 days tomorrow, and we'll be 27 weeks. And I believe that marks the beginning of the third trimester. I actually was trying to Google technically when the third trimester starts, and some stuff I was reading said that doesn't start until week 28, which literally makes 0 sense to me, because if the first trimester is 13 weeks, that would make the second trimester 15 weeks, and then the last trimester 12 weeks. So I just think that doesn't make any sense. So anyways, I would say like I'm in the third trimester now at 27. But anyways, so let's just catch up really quick. I'll overlay on the screen a little bump date for you guys at the end of my second trimester. Definitely really showing now, which is awesome because I felt like my bump was like really small at the beginning of this month in March. I just have been wanting it to show a little bit more, so I feel like I'm finally like really showing. It's like obvious that I'm pregnant now, so I do appreciate that. I do have an ultrasound in about an hour. The purpose of this ultrasound is to check on the placenta previa stuff again. So it's no longer considered placenta previa, but it was still considered like a low-lying placenta. So they wanted to essentially check that the position of the placenta has continued to move over the last 6 weeks. So I will try and record that for you guys. If not, I'll update you guys when we get home. Last time we recorded at the ultrasound, they kind of got mad at Chris for recording, which doesn't really make sense to me since it's like me, my body, my baby, my ultrasound. But anyway, let's just talk quickly about some of my symptoms that I've been having over these last few weeks. The main things have been like, I'm getting like heartburn like every single day, multiple times a day, which sucks because honestly, it doesn't matter what I eat. It's not just like spicy food or anything like that. It's just like random, like anything that I eat is giving me heartburn, so that sucks. I'm still having a lot of the like round ligament pain. The one thing I've been noticing lately that kind of sucks is I get like a sore lower back very easily. I could be just like taking Loki for a walk, or just not even taking him for a walk but walking myself, my back starts hurting, or like cleaning around the house, my back starts hurting. So I've been really working on trying to like engage my core. I have a belly band that helps a lot, and
yeah, I like that. I've been using it a lot, but it just kind of sucks to get lower back pain very easily. I'm starting to get Braxton Hicks contractions, I'm pretty sure. I also was gonna ask the doctor about this at our next appointment in like 2 weeks. It isn't like painful or anything. It just feels like a tightening down there, like a little bit of pressure. And then my uterus feels literally like hard to the touch, which is really interesting. So I've been feeling the baby move so much, which is so exciting. I love feeling her move. It's really awesome. And I will say sometimes it's like a lot where I'm like, whoa, okay, you can calm down now. But it is really nice feeling her move, and I love that. I'm so grateful that I'm feeling her move. It's very like, it's a surreal feeling, and it is, I think, like helps me feel like a little bit closer to her, like bonding with her and stuff like that as well. Weird symptom that I have been getting these last couple of weeks is bloody noses. I don't know if it's partially just because we like live in Vegas and it's very dry here. I also am prone to bloody noses in general. Like I've always gotten bloody noses, but I've been getting them like multiple times a week, which sucks. They're messy and it's just not fun. And actually last weekend when we were flying to San Francisco to visit Chris's mom, we're like on the flight about to take off, like taxiing on the runway, and I get like a huge gushing bloody nose. So that was not fun because I was like trying to like hold the blood in as we're taking off. Apparently that's like very common in pregnancy though. So yeah, overall I'm feeling pretty good. Still have a good amount of energy, not like super tired yet, which is great. The aches and pains, I feel like they're pretty minimal. Like I can deal with them as long as I'm kind of like at home. I can reposition myself to get comfortable most days. So it's been like overall pretty manageable. And the only thing that's just really annoying, I would say, is the heartburn, because there's like not a whole lot I can do about that other than be taking Tums. But yeah, I'm really excited to see her on the ultrasound today and hoping it's just all good news. I'm hoping it's just a very, you know, quick and easy ultrasound where they just say like, yeah, everything looks good. I'm a little nervous because I think like with any ultrasound, you know, they could find something else, I guess. And so I'm just trying to like stay positive and focus on hoping that everything looks good. And just, I am grateful that I get to see her again. A lot of people don't get another ultrasound past their 20-week anatomy scan. So I'm excited to get to be able to see her again and how much she's like grown and changed in the last 6 weeks. But yeah, that's basically it, you guys. The second trimester I feel like was, all things considered, like pretty easy. Obviously it sucked that I had to deal with placenta previa stuff and I was on bed rest for like 6 weeks. That was not fun, but we got through it and we're on the other side. And again, just trying to like stay positive and hope that the rest of my pregnancy and my third trimester is smooth. I do want to do a third trimester like recap vlog updates for you guys, but we'll kind of see what happens. Like I'll try and do, you know, updates with symptoms and stuff like that. But I think like I plan to do a separate vlog on like putting together the nursery, and then a separate vlog on like things that I'm buying for the baby and stuff like that. So if you guys like seeing these like symptoms I'm having and just other stuff like that, let me know. Otherwise, I might just stick to like some of the other nesting style videos that I have planned. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Enjoyed seeing my updates in my second trimester. And with that, let's head out to my ultrasound.
Where are we?
At the ultrasound place.
And how do you feel?
Excited, nervous.
Let's see your belly. Holy bump.
All right, you guys, back home now, obviously. Got the ultrasound photos. We have a few of like the side of her face and then like a frontal view, but ultrasound went amazingly, perfectly. I'm so grateful, so happy that that went amazingly. She was like, you've graduated from, because we're at like a special high risk type of doctor basically because of the placenta previa stuff. But yeah, so the placenta's all cleared up. It's no longer a concern. They checked a few other things on baby and she looks perfectly healthy. So everything is looking really good and I'm just so grateful for that. But yeah, that basically wraps up my second trimester recap. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about my second trimester symptoms, experience, or questions about the placenta previa stuff, because I know that if you get diagnosed with that, it is a little scary. Just so grateful that mine cleared up, but it's good to know that obviously that can clear up. So hopefully that gives anybody out there, if they get that diagnosis, some hope and positivity, because I know I was like super stressed and worried when they told me that. That's basically it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and of course let me know if you're enjoying the pregnancy content. I enjoy making it, so I hope you guys like it. But that's all, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch up with you next time.